This intervention program, Reading Horizons, is what is going to give them that edge. At George Day West, we have approximately 40% of our students that fall into what we call the emergency range. So this program targets all of those students, but at different levels. So we'll find an entry point where students will enter the program and then adapt it from there.
So my students at the beginning take a little phonics inventory. It tells me what sounds they know and what sounds they still need help on. And I use that inventory that comes with our lovely program to help choose the lessons that will support their needs. So you guys are gonna take your stars, and when I put a word down, you're gonna sound it out in your head first. And when you know it, who knows what you're gonna do? Adrian.
Smell.
Nice job. Whoa, I think it was Kiara.
Spell.
Making sure an intervention program integrated the 5 areas of reading, and Reading Horizons was just a perfect match for what we were looking for and what we believe will fit the needs of our students.
When we make sounds that make our throats vibrate, we call it voiced. Say it.
Voice.
It's my symbol for a voiced sound, like Oh, what sound? What do you think this is gonna represent, that straight line?
The S.
Oh yeah, like a voiceless sound. T-H. What are we looking at?
T-H.
Now, I want to look at TH through a different lens. I want to use these words, voiced and voiceless. We know that's voiced. Who can tell me what sound that TH is going to make?
Vibrating.
The vibrating one. Say it. Ready?
Vibrating.
Some students need additional support. They need extra time, they need extra frequency, they need additional materials that might not be just through the core program. So Reading Horizons is what we have here, thanks to the Rotary Club. We have this intervention program that will meet the needs of those students that may not be quite there with just the core program. And another positive thing about this program is that it has progress monitoring tools. Students are not making adequate progress, we make changes. So in this program, they do have tools that we use frequently.
As a daily progress monitoring check-in, the back of our instructional card has some skills that we have already practiced for students to review and build fluency with each day. One thing that I like about this program is that in each and every lesson, we get to do a little bit of practice with the phonics, spelling and writing of the words, and then apply it to text immediately. In a lot of other programs, the kids are just looking at the phonics and individual words, and they don't get to apply the skill they learn to a text immediately. So I like that each lesson has a corresponding book where they can practice the skill. So these are real nonfiction texts where the students can learn information about animals and different places in the world, and that really sets Reading Horizons apart from other intervention programs.
They lay eggs, so when the baby hatches, they need to take care of it.
Exactly, the mother hen, that's their job. I want you to search for words that have the TH in those 3 pages we've already read. Raise your hand if you find a word with TH. The lessons have everything we need. It has a book that goes with the lesson, it has a card that has all the words the kids need to practice, and it has the directions on how to code the words, which is really helpful for the kids. Dwell. We'll talk about what it means after. Keep going.
Real world vocabulary. Students need that. Children need to understand and make that connection between what goes on in the classroom and what happens outside of the classroom. And I think a perfect example would be that word, dwell. Like we wouldn't typically teach that word.
Hens like to dwell with other hens. What other word might make sense in place of dwell?
Live.
That's what dwell means. Hens like to live with other hens. Is the TH in with voiced or voiceless?
Voiceless.
Voiceless. I'm gonna sort it under voiceless. My board is getting a little messy.
I have another one.
Reading Horizons is an innovative program right now. I really don't know of many schools in Providence that are using it, or in the state actually. Love how that she followed the script, but she also brought her own teaching style into it, which this program allows us to do.
Thank you, Rotary Club.
I also love the fact that it covers the 5 areas of reading. So a lot of intervention programs only focus on one part, where this integrates all of it. So you saw that students talked about vocabulary. They had direct instruction within the phonics area. They made sounds for particular letters, phonemic awareness, and then she brought it back to the comp. This program kind of encompasses all of those 5 areas, which is very, very important for an intervention program.